Welcome to SJS Talks Soap Operas. So this is episode 2 and I'm gonna do a Gilmore Girls characters tier list. This is supposed to have all the Gilmore Girls characters, so there are so many like really minor characters here, which are gonna be hard to rank because the minor characters usually are there for just some brief comic relief. So I don't really know how to rank those, but we'll see how it goes. But I will of course be focusing on more on the major characters and the major side characters. Yeah. So I've been watching Gilmore Girls again recently. I'm currently in the beginning of the sixth season. This is my eighth watch of the show overall and in 5 years, which is really crazy. Yeah, but I just absolutely adore this show. And I cannot really look at this show critically because I'm a total fanboy. So there will be quite a few characters in the S tier and not too many on the D tier, although there are a couple of characters that I know already that will be in the D tier, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully my webcam doesn't block this too much. And by the way, I'm also gonna rank the characters inside the tiers, so in the S tier, the character that will be in the left corner here will be my number one favorite character, and then the one that's next to that character will be the second one, etc., etc., etc. But we are gonna start with a minor character that appeared in like few episodes. It's one of Lorelai's boyfriends. I believe his name was Alex. By the way, there are a few of these minor characters that I don't really remember their name, but wasn't this guy called Alex? I'm sorry if I got it wrong. But okay, we don't get much of him, but he seems like a nice guy. He had some okay-ish charisma and chemistry with Lorelai. Um, but yeah, we pretty much only know that he wants to start up a cafe with his friend, and that's how he kind of connects with Lorelai as well. But we don't really know much about him. He likes fishing. He is kind of funny and nice, but yeah. So I'll put him in the C tier. He might have been up a bit if he got more of him. Might have nothing against him, but we just don't know him that much. And this is the guy who runs the bookstore. We don't really know anything about him. He's just there in some scenes. So yeah, again, C tier. Yeah. And this guy is one of the kind of Bible study guys. We see him with Lane in Mrs. Kim's house when they have some like Bible study. They are talking about different priests or something like that. And I believe that this guy is only in like one episode or something. So it's pretty weird to have him here. So I'll just put him in D tier. Yeah. And this is April's mother and Luke's ex-girlfriend. I mean, she kind of seems like a bitch, to be honest. She's not that nice. She's quite angry. Although for understandable reasons, obviously she wants to make sure that her daughter has a decent life and anything, and everything. But we don't know that much about her. But I'll put her in the C tier. Yeah. April, I actually like April. She's that smart kid, science nerd kid, and I really actually like the plot line with her and Luke getting to know each other. So I'll actually put April into A tier. I think she's charming and funny. And like I said, I really like the April and Luke scenes. That plot line is like one of the highlights of the last two seasons. That I would say the last two seasons overall are a bit weaker than the first few seasons, but the last seasons are still really good. And again, this is one of the highlights of it to me. Yeah. Then we have Paris's old gentleman. Yeah, Asher. Yeah, Fleming. Yeah, he's this Yale professor author who loves to date girls that are 40 years younger than him. He seems kind of cocky, kind of ashholish, but obviously quite intelligent in the way that he's a professor and an author and etc. But I mean, he's like an okay character. I put him in the C tier here. Yeah. Then we have Babette, who is obviously a neighbor of Lorelai, and she's one of the kind of comic relief character. She's really intense, as many of the Stars Hollow characters are. I'll put her in the B tier. I mean, she's quite funny and she has lots of funny scenes and moments, and she has interesting personality. But I think there are a couple of the other comic relief characters that I like a bit more than her. I think this is the character, the ballet dancer that Rory gives the awful review to. I mean, D tier. Yeah, yeah. This is one of Jackson's brothers, I think, or one of his relatives. Yeah, D tier. um, oh yeah, this is the one of the Stars Hollow people that we see here and there, but I think again, Luke and him had some like fights. I mean, he's like, well, C tier. Yeah. And then we have, oh god, I'm blanking with the name, even though I've just recently seen the episodes with this guy, but this is the guy that is really scared of Paris, and he did that Broadway play, and he always gets really nervous when he has to do public speaking. Yeah. The fuck is his name? Like, I think I would normally remember, but for some reason my mind is blacking out with his name now. I mean, he's kind of funny. I'll put him in the C tier. Yeah. Then we have Brian, one of the band members of Lane, and obviously he lives with Lane too, and he gets quite a decent amount of screen time. And he's that kind of typical nerd type of geek character. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. I'll put him in the C tier as well. It's actually more people in the C tier already than I thought. We haven't had many of the major characters yet. And this is Luke's, one of his employees. Caesar, I think his name is. I mean, he just cooks. There's not really anything to him, so I'll put it in the D tier. And this is the woman who is obsessed about Luke, and we see her in few episodes, and she really misses Luke, and she wants to get back together with Luke. They were like high school sweethearts or something. Yeah, I mean, she's kind of that horny MILF type of character. I mean, C tier. Then we have Christopher. Um, he's a bit hard to rank. I like him kind of in some moments. I don't hate him, and but I kind of hate the arc in the end of the show when he gets back together with Lorelai, because I love Lorelai and Luke together, so I didn't want them to get back together. But overall, like he's a decent guy, I guess. Could be more involved in Rory's life, and he has pretty good chemistry with the other actors and actresses, I would say. He can be quite funny and charming as well. I'll put him in the B tier. Yeah. Then this is Dean's younger sister. I mean, she's just an annoying kid. I'll put her in the D tier. Then we have Adam Brody as Adam. He's Adam, right? Adam Rikalski. Yeah. Um, but as it is Adam Brody, he goes into S tier. He is this music nerd, audiophile character, very charming, funny, and he would have been perfect for Lane, but sadly he had to move to California to meet Summer Roberts and be Seth Cohen. Yeah. Then we have Dean. I like Dean. Obviously, he's not a perfect guy, but I thought that overall he was good for Rory. Although again, the other guys that Rory is with are a bit more on her level intellectually, and they have more kind of similar interest to her than Dean. But Dean was like a probably the nicest guy out of all of them, even though he can be a bit overly protective and possessive sometimes, but not too much. I'll put him in the A tier. Then we have Doyle, who's in the Yale Daily News, and he dates Paris. And I think he's perfect for Paris. They have great chemistry. They are really funny together, and Doyle is really funny on his own too. Like he's very intense and verbally gifted, really funny, charming. Yeah, I'll put him in the A tier. I really enjoy Doyle. Yeah. Well, then this is the harp player from the first season. I mean, she's kind of annoying D tier. Emily is S tier. Um, I love Emily. I love her complicated relationship with Lorelai. I love how controlling she is, how smart she is, how awful she is, but how funny she is. And her characters, and all the Gilmores, they are deep characters. They are very interesting characters, very gray characters. You love them, you hate them, you laugh with them, you get angry at them. Yeah. Yeah, Emily is one of the highlights of the show. Yeah. Oh, this is, I think, Deaker's father, Floyd, I think, right? Well, he's kind of an asshole. I'll put him in the seat here. And I mean, we have two guys here, but I'm pretty sure this is about Finn. Yeah. Or do we have Finn again? I don't think so, but Finn is actually my least favorite character in the whole show. I fucking hate him. He's just so annoying, stupid, kind of frat boy, rich asshole. Do I know you? Like, obviously they play him for the comic relief, but to me he isn't funny. I just find him really annoying in the show, and he only has that kind of asshole, comic relief assholeness to him. He doesn't have a soul or anything really at any point in the show, so I just find him really annoying. So he'll be in the last place. Then we have Francie from Chilton. I mean, she's kind of that funny, cunning type of teenage girl, that kind of classic teenage soap opera character. I'll put her in the B tier. I think she's funny and good. Then we have Fran, who owned the Dragonfly Inn, but then she dies, and then Lorelai and Suki and Michelle get the Dragonfly Inn. I mean, she's like a well, nice old lady. I put her in the seat here. Yeah. Then this is Cherry's and Christopher's um daughter, Gigi. We don't get to see her that much, at least this actor, and she's obviously at first because Christopher has spoiled her. She's really annoying, but I mean, then she kind of tames down and is kind of a non-factor in the show. A D tier, a Gil, I think he's funny. Yeah, I like him more than Brian. I like him more than Zach as well, that we will have later. I mean, I think he's funny. Yeah, yeah. Well, these type of characters are really hard to um also rank because again they are here and there. Yeah. Where should I put her? Um, C tier. She's funny, I guess, and again just one of the stars. Hello, people. I don't really have anything to say about her. Yeah. Then Mr. Charleston. Yeah, the Chilton headmaster. I mean, I like him. He's kind of a that kind of tough love headmaster, kind of asshole. But I guess in the end he has his right heart in the right place. Whatever. And this is one of the civil war reenactment guys. He's D tier. I don't like him. Then we have one of Lane's boyfriends, Henry. Um, well, we don't get to see him that much. Put him in the end of the C tier. Then we have Logan's sister, Honor. I just saw her yesterday in an episode or two episodes, I think. Well, she's fine. Then we have Jackson. I mean, he's kind of funny. I like Jackson, although I wouldn't say he's one of my absolute favorites, so I'll put him in the B tier. Yeah. Then we have Jamie, Paris's boyfriend. Again, he's quite hot and a nice guy, but I can't really see him with Paris. I think Paris needs someone more intense like Doyle. So yeah, but he was like okay. Yeah. And this is one of the roommates of Paris and Rory. Yeah, this is the girl who is obsessed about sports and running and stuff like that. I mean, Okay. Then we have Deeker Styles. I like him, and he actually had really good chemistry with Lorelai. He's really funny as well and very witty. Yeah, I'll put him in the A tier. Actually, really liked him. Yeah. Then we have Chess. It's really hard for me to rank Chess because I kind of hate him at first when he's that stupid asshole. My mother doesn't get me. Like even though he has like a fairly decent life in the end, and it really annoys me when he's like the smartest guy, one of the smartest people in the whole show, but then he just says fuck it all. Like he could actually become something and do something with his life, but he doesn't do anything. Although obviously he gets his act together eventually, and then I actually like him a lot when he gets his act together. And again, even when he's an asshole, I still like him, and obviously he's a very good-looking guy. I love his love for literature. I put him in the A tier next to Dean. Yeah, I mean, who is this? I can't even place who this is. Um, who is this actually? I mean, is this the woman in the restaurant when Logan, Rory, and Marty and the guys go to the restaurant? And is this the girl there who says that she doesn't like eating or something? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. And Kirk is, I think, one of the best of the comic relief comic relief characters. So I put him in the A tier. He's really funny, and obviously he's one of the ones that gets the most screen time along with Taylor. They are pretty much in every episode, I think, at least at some point. I mean, not I think not in quite every episode, but almost every episode. So yeah. And this is the guy who loses his arm when he goes to the army, and yeah, he's Dean's friend, and he's just one of those guys who seems like that kind of funny guy, nice guy, but kind of a stupid fucker at the same time. He's kind of very stereotypical character. I'll put him in the C tier. It's just kind of whatever. And this is the kind of Korean exchange student that comes to live in the Mrs. Kim's house when Lane isn't living there anymore. I mean, she's kind of funny. I'll put her in the C tier. Then we have Lane. I know many people love Lane. I really like Lane, but there are times when I find her really annoying and her taste in men is awful. Yeah, like what the fuck did she in that Todd character that like awful like brain dead guy in the Dean's friend. Yeah, yeah. Again, she should have made the Adam Brody character stay. Yeah. Well, I think she's A. I like her music nerd thing, and she's funny and charming, and yeah, but she's not quite one of my favorite characters. Then we have Dean's wife, Lindsay. Again, kind of one of those whatever characters. I don't hate her or anything, but she doesn't get that much screen time. Then we have Luke's sister, Liz, who I kind of find annoying to be honest. Although I find her husband even more annoying. Again, she brings that comedy to the table, but she doesn't bring my favorite comedy in the show, so I'll put her in the C tier. But well, I'm not gonna rank the C and D tiers because I'll rank these higher tiers in the end. But there are so many characters here, more than I thought that there would be. So, and this would be too hard to rank. Logan is S tier. He's so hot. I love Logan. And I used to kind of dislike him. I used to dislike the frat boy partying element of him, but I've started to really love him and like him the more I've watched the show, and now he's one of my absolute favorites. And I think he's really good with Rory. So again, I could make easily make arguments for Jess, Dean, and Logan to be with Rory. But I think Logan has great chemistry with Rory, and he's also well read, well educated. Yeah, but yeah, hot guy. But now we have my favorite character in the show, Lorelai. Yeah, again, she's beautiful, smart, witty, funny. She's the funniest character in the show, and there really isn't many things that annoy me about her. The only kind of plot line that annoys me, again, I kind of mentioned it already, that when she desperately wants to get married with Luke, but then Luke isn't ready to do it yet, and then she sleeps with Christopher and then gets back together with Christopher for the final season. Like that's the only kind of part where I don't like her, but other than that, I absolutely adore her. Yeah, she's just absolutely amazing. Then we have Madeline and Louis. Is this kind of both of them here? I mean, they kind of are a pair, and they are so such similar characters. I think they're kind of those typical high school bimbos. Yeah. Then we have Rory's friend from the final season, and she's dating Marty, Rory's friend. I mean, she's kind of charming and funny. I'll put her in the C tier. Luke goes in the S tier. Yeah, I mean, he's such a nice guy, and he's also very witty and even smart in his own way. Obviously, not in that educated way, but in that kind of verbal prowess. With that verbal prowess and stuff, he's kind of smart, and he's obviously the reliable guy. He always helps everybody, even though he can be quite cranky at the same time. But he's just full of love, and he's such a nice guy, and he's perfect for Lorelai, and I absolutely love them together. They are just perfect for each other. Yeah, yeah, I love Luke. Although he could get rid of the clothes that he wears and actually wear the nice clothes that Lorelai bought him in the first season. I mean, he sometimes have the nicer clothes, and he looks so much better when he puts on the nicer clothes. Yeah. Then we have Lulu, Kirk's girlfriend. I mean, she has a pretty weird taste in men, but I mean, she's okay. I'll put her in the C tier. Yeah. Then we have the cousin of like the Richard's mother, Lorelai, who's also named Lorelai, and it's played by the same actress as well. So I mean, she's kind of funny. I'll put her in the C tier. Then we have Marty. He's funny to C tier. Yeah, I like her with like him with Rory. And they are fun together, but he doesn't have that much personality in the end. Then we have Max Medina. I think he was pretty good with Lorelai, although I prefer Lorelai with definitely with Luke and also probably with Dicker. Yeah, but I'll put him in the B tier. Let's put him next to Christopher. Well, I put him over Christopher because Max Medina has red bruised. Then we have Michelle. Again, he's funny. I'll put him in the B tier. Yeah, yeah. Mrs. Patty. I mean, end of the B tier. She's like, again, it's pleasant to see her in the show. She's kind of funny and brings character to the show, but I don't really have any kind of connection to her character that much. But yeah. Then we have Mitchum Hansberger, who is this asshole billionaire. He's just when you look at that guy, he's just born to play a asshole billionaire character. He looks like a DC universe billionaire villain in one of those like skyscrapers, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey and plotting how to kill Batman or Superman. He looks like looks like that. Yeah, I mean B tier. Then we have Babette's husband. I mean C tier. Don't even barely remember this character. It's next to Miss Patty. Yeah, D tier. Mrs. Kim. I mean, I like her. She's funny, although when you start thinking that she's basically a child abuser, like doesn't let her child to listen to music or watch movies or do anything, and it's just controlling and awful mother basically with that religious abuse and stuff. Like when you look at it that way, I mean, she's a really awful person. Although gets a bit better in the end when she starts to accept Lane, but obviously she's funny and strong and interesting character, so I'll put her next to Lane, actually. I think she's interesting. Yeah. Then we have Luke's wife. She was his wife for a brief period of time. They get married in the cruise. Yeah. But we don't get to know her that much. She's a lawyer. She seems like pretty nice, I guess, but Yeah, C tier. And this is one of the other friend of Rory's in the last season. I mean, C tier. Paris is one of the best characters, S tier. Yeah, I mean, she's so funny. Also, very tragic character because you can imagine what her childhood must have been like to make her like that. I mean, she's witty, very intense. And I've actually lately been thinking that whether I would want to be friends with a person like Paris or whether I would want to date a person like Paris. But I've kind of come to the conclusion that she would be a perfect kind of the type of friend that you see like once or twice a month and not like every day or every other day, but like once or twice a month, and you get that kind of intense thing for a day or two a month, and it would be perfect for that. But I think she would be too high maintenance, and too intense to be around all the time, and I couldn't imagine living with her like Rory does. Then we have Paul Anka. Yeah, I love dogs, so and steer. Then this is the pizza guy who tries to build the world's largest pizza for Lorelai, but he fails so deep here. This is the woman again that comes back to Luke in the first or second season, but she leaves quite quickly after. I mean, she's C tier. Then we have the Reverend, C tier. Richard is S tier. Absolutely love him. He's so smart and cool and witty. Although obviously both Emily and Richard they are pretty awful people, like so aware that they are rich and apparently better people than normal people, and they are pretty awful in that way. But they are decent grandparents. I guess. Although I just watched the episode when Lorelai comes to them when Rory has wrecked the boat or the yacht with Logan, and then Lorelai asks them for help that we need to set Rory straight, but and they say that yeah we will do that, but then in the end of the episode they just disappoint Lorelai and say that no, we are gonna get Rory a job, she's gonna take time off Yale. Like that's when I really hate the grandparents. They should have stuck with Lorelai because she was right. And I really hate Rory, by the way, in that part when she just gives up everything just due to couple sentences that Mitchum said to her. She's just so entitled and annoying in that part of the show, and I hate the kind of, or not hate, but find the early part of the sixth season really annoying when Rory is living that life. But obviously, Jess sets her straight in the end, fortunately. But yeah, this is one of Logan's friends. Obviously, this is the picture from that Finn's birthday party when they have the Tarantino party. I mean, he's C tier. Now we have Rory. I think I'll put her in the S tier, even though in the last few seasons she starts to annoy me. Again, mostly due to the thing that I just talked about when she drops out of the Yale. Yeah, but obviously I love her. The intellectualism, how she's always reading books and she's nice and funny and witty. Yeah, everything that you would want from a character and a person. But it's good that they show that she has some flaws because she has lived such an entitled life with a mother that has been more of a friend to her, and she's never had to hear the word no. It really shows she's really entitled, but that's understandable, and it's good that they made her a flawed character in the end because in the beginning of the show she seems so perfect. So yeah. Then we have Rune, C tier. He's the annoying cousin of Jackson, like that fucking stupid piece of shit who has the chance to date Lorelai, but he doesn't. Like how stupid you must be for that. Then we have Sherry, Shelly or Sherry, I don't know, but she's the mother of Christopher's daughter, Gigi. I mean, she is, I guess, okay character. We don't get to know her that well. Then we have Mitchum's wife and Logan's mother, who kind of looks like Gina Rowlands. I always think of that when I see her. I mean, she's that typical rich asshole lady. C tier. Suki's A tier. I really like her. I mean, I think she's funny and charming and great comic relief character. But as she's one of the major side characters, we kind of get to learn much about her as well. And yeah, love her obsession about cooking. And yeah, and she's a really weird character as well in a good way. It is the woman who runs the music store. Seems kind of like an asshole, like she treats Lane so rudely. I don't really like her, but I mean, she's fine. And these are Christopher's parents. They are pretty awful people. We don't get to see them that much. See it here. This is one of Rory's roommates from the first year at Yale. I mean, she's kind of funny. See it here. Taylor is. I put him next to Kirk. I think he's one of the best of the comic relief characters. He's that annoying, kind of self-centered town's leader, whatever. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's funny. DJ, I hate. Yeah, D tier. He's kind of that typical kind of like too stupid, like proletariat, very uncivilized guy. Yeah, fuck that. Like he's so annoying. And he's just so cliche and stereotypic. He doesn't have the charm that many of these other similar type of characters have from the show. And this is the construction worker guy. I mean, he seems nice, I guess. Yeah. Tristan is S tier. Again, Chad Michael Murray is always S tier to me. Again, just by the looks alone, but he's so charming in an asshole way as well. Then I mean, she's funny. Again, Lorelai's grandmother, she's funny. Richard's mother, yeah, smart and funny, and how she treats Emily, it's funny to see because it's kind of like how Emily treats Lorelai and stuff. So, Town Troubadour, see it here, Sack, um, see it here again. I don't really like that kind of brain dead wannabe rock star type of character. I mean, he's okay, and there are some funny moments with him, but again, I think Lane could have done way better. Yeah. But let's rank these like S, A, and B tiers, and then I'll end this video. Um, well, the S tier is really hard to rank. Oh God. Um, I think Lorelai and Luke might actually be the top two. I'll have to put Rory in the third place because even though she has some annoying moments, overall I just love her. Then I think I slightly prefer Richard to Emily. Paris is one of my favorites. And Adam Brody's, or yeah, the end will be like this, I think. Well, I'm actually pretty happy with the S tier now. I think again Paris is such a great character, so she deserves to be high. Yeah, I think this is a good ranking for the S tier. But Lorelai is by far my favorite, but then the others are a bit more close. Although these two are definitely the last ones, I would say. Dean, Chess, Doyle, April. Um, yeah, I'm pretty happy. Or wait, yeah, I think this, or wait, maybe April is, it shouldn't be that high. Yeah, yeah, this way it's good. Yeah, I like it now, I think, yeah. Hard to say whether I prefer Dean and Chess, but Chess annoys me in quite a few moments, but Dean doesn't annoy me that much usually, so yeah. Then B tier, um, yeah, Mitchum or Miss Patty is the last one. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think this is a good way. Max, Christopher Jackson, Michelle, Lorelai, um, Headmaster Charleston, and then Gil and Francie, Mitchum, Babette, and Miss Patty. Yeah, I think. Again, I'm not gonna rank these other ones, but oh well, Finn should be the last one, like I said, yeah. But this is my tier list. Hopefully you can see it all. I'll scroll it like this so that you can see even the stuff in the down row. But anyway, let me know who you would rank, yeah, in which tier and what are your favorite characters and least favorite characters. Anyway, this was fun thing to do. I've been enjoying Gilmore Girls so much lately again, and it's always such a blast to watch the show. And I'm sure that I will make more Gilmore Girls content down the line as well. But I thought that this would be a good way to start with that. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't drink all the coke. Sayonara and arigato gozaimashita.